Hi, everyone. Mike White here. Welcome to this week's blog post. It's been a really incredible last few weeks with interest rates, movements, news, all sorts of stuff that have been going on. And obviously, rising rates creates a whole series of issues and challenges, but they also represent an opportunity to create solutions. So I decided to go down a path, share something with you guys so that you've got it and, see what you think, and we'll take it from there. So what I want to go with you this week is I want to share something that I had made up. And it's this bumper sticker. And as you can see, it says rates not 5% yet. And I do that because there's a lot of people who have had lots of questions and issues with rates and what they're seeing, and people talking about how, rates aren't where they used to be. And now there's a whole issue about, maybe they don't buy, they wait for rates to come back down, this whole story. And so I thought it was appropriate to do this. We worked on the Got Mortgage bumper sticker years ago, and I can't even go into detail of how many times people have said that by having that simple Got Mortgage bumper sticker on their back of their laptop have started conversations about what's happening, what's going on, and it has led to opportunities and has led to closed transactions. So what I really wanted to, bring out today is having the conversation about, yes, 5% is not 2.5%, but 5% is also not 6, 7, 8, or 9. And in fact, when I made these bumper stickers, and those of you who are, members of the community and that I coach, you'll either have already or be receiving in the next couple of days your issue of the bumper sticker that you can place on your laptop. And my wife has already gone and come up with small patches of 6, 7, 8, and 9 in different colors, so that if the rates continue to escalate, we can mail out the patch when rates go higher. And then you can put the 6 on covering the 5, and the 7 covering the 6, and the 8 covering the 7. Not saying we're going to go that high, but you get the point. And for those of you who have paid attention the last few months, we've talked about rising rates. And I've gone into detail about pulling up the chart over the history of the 30-year fixed rate loan. And that, people losing their minds over the fact that, we left the 2s into the 3s and heading to or into the 4s, depending upon, program and pricing. It's not that big of a deal when you work out the math. And I think it's really important that you do take the time to work the math, because you don't live in a bubble. It's not a vacuum. The rest of the world is not static to this. If you look at your marketplace, yes, home prices have gone up and interest rates have gone up, which makes the total payment go higher. However, it pales in comparison in most markets in this country as to what the net cost of rent does. And so while people complain about the fact that mortgage rates have gone from 2.5 to 3 to 4, remember a very simple equation. The interest rate on rent is 100%. 100% of what you pay in rent completely disappears, and you get nothing for it other than to occupy a space over time. That there's no tangible benefit other than that. So rising markets can cause fear in people. Rising markets are uncomfortable for a lot of people. And the only way to overcome that discomfort is to understand that with every rise in rates or every challenge in a market, there's an opportunity to overcome that fear. And the way we overcome that fear is with educations and strategies to deal with that situation. And when you show people how to cope with the fact that, yes, it's that $300,000 house is now a $400,000 house. I mean, think of the guy that left the market last August because he read on social media somewhere that home prices were going to fall because of all the foreclosures that were going to happen, because they were going to stop giving out all the government money, and there was not going to be, then all those people that went into forbearance were going to have to foreclose, and there were going to be this gut of houses on the marketplace that were going to drop home prices. Okay, the only people who got foreclosed upon, were the people who didn't pay attention to the fact that their house was worth considerably more than what they owed and didn't take the time to figure out to sell it was a better idea than going into foreclosure. But the fact remains is that $300,000 house in August is now a $350,000, $375,000 house in February. The 2.5% to 3% mortgage he could have got is now a 3.5% to 4% mortgage. And those payments, higher costs on a higher loan amount, substantially painful. It was a poor choice. But the option is to stay where you are and watch the cost, unless, of course, you own. If you're renting somewhere, look at your markets. In most cases, the price of rent has gone up as much or significantly more than the price of home ownership, even including the higher cost of financing. But you got to do your market, and you got to do your calculations. You got to do your math. So, as always, this is just information to help you get through the circumstance. We can go much deeper in this on a one-on-one basis. There's a lot of stuff on the website. And remember that, if you're not educating and providing solutions and strategies, you're really not doing your job, because this is not about being an order taker. It's about being a solutions provider and guiding people through a path. And I know some originators and some managers are having a real challenge right now getting and generating loan opportunities as rates go higher. And all I can tell you is we've been preparing for this for quite some time, and many of my clients are ahead of the curve, and they're seeing robust numbers because they've focused on purchases all along. And the purchase market is still in most areas very strong. And in places where it's not as strong, my LOs are actually increasing market share because they're a trusted resource, because people know they'll get the deal done. And if you've got people who are challenged and may need some help and want to become that trusted resource, or you just would like one of those, bumper stickers, reach out to me. You can email me, mike@imtcoaching.com. Let me know your concerns. Let me know if you want a bumper sticker. Just give me your name and your address, and we'll be happy to send you one out while supplies last. So take care this week. Pay attention to what's going on, and we'll talk to you again real soon.